But if you close your eyes,
hello awesome people, welcome back to Software Inc. Last episode I left you off with a question to provide me with some names for games that we're gonna make, and I will go right into detail, but first I have something to say. As you may have noticed, there is another building in the area over here, and that building, ladies and gentlemen, is our new printing facility. We have a lot of printers over here. We can print 576,000 copies per month of something. Well, in total, so we can also divide it, of course, between products. I've set these free parking spots to be deliveries only, so that means that our couriers are gonna go there, and they're gonna have an easy time getting from here to the printing facility and getting the copies that they need. And of course, we hired some couriers. I've hired 6 couriers in teams of 3, so one team will come in at 8 to 12, and the other team will come in at 8 in the night. 8 p.m. I guess that should be 8 p.m. Until midnight to gather all the copies that there are and then take them with them towards the actual stores. Now that's a thing that we should have done a long time ago. I sort of got carried away, didn't really do it. So I thought when I was setting everything up for the recording for this episode, I thought, you know what, I should build a simple printing facility. It is really simple. It's just a big box with a lot of crates and everything. But that's okay. I mean, a printing facility should be simple, in my opinion. It shouldn't be oversized or whatever. It should just be simple so that the couriers can easily get to their stuff. Now, let's get back into the actual game, because last episode we set up these gaming rooms where we have a game 1 team and a game 2 team working on games. Well, they're actually not working on games yet, so we're gonna pause the game here. Another thing I should say, because we now have a printing facility, I set every project management thingy to, and I need to change this, to print the copies instead of physical copies, because this will enable them to, when the product is almost finished, it will start printing copies and make sure that you have this amount in stock when it releases. Now, the thing is, this one releases September 1994, which is almost there. I don't know if it will print for this. We will have to see. It should come up in here at some point, but we can't really do it ourselves right now because it's project management. So we might want to buy some more copies for that, but we're gonna see that. Now, seeing that it didn't save, let's see if it does save now. Yeah, it did. Okay, so maybe I should actually explicitly say, okay, these are on 0, that they need to print 0. Yeah, okay. So physical copies 0. We don't have to buy the copies anymore. I will buy copies if we need a big influx of them at some point, but if it's not needed, we're just going to print them. And I'm going to show you how we do that once we have our products out and in stores. So let's go back to the gaming industry, because we need to develop some games. Let's go to games. We're going to develop 2 games, start developing 2 games. And I also have a question for you guys, because I have some suggestions for the first games we're going to do, which are an RPG and a simulation game. Now, the next games we're going to do are an adventure game and a sports game. And I would like to ask you guys to leave naming suggestions for those games from now on, so that we have, when I start recording the next episode where these games are going to be done, the games that we're going to develop right now, then we can start doing the new games right away with the cool names that you have come up with. Well, for now, we're going to do an RPG. We're going to start with the RPG. We're going to use our own game engine, of course. So, company Hipbone Inc. We're going to use our own game engine, High Green Creator. It's great. It's a great engine, but nobody uses it for now, at least. And we're going to select all. We also need a 3D editor then, so we will use our own, which is a great one. And we will use an audio tool, which will use our own, which is horrible. Yeah, I know, that is a problem. But you know what? We're still going to use it. Hopefully it will help it a little bit to sell a bit more. And we're going to design these games. Now, the most important thing, the names. Now, Snackbar Sounds came up with 2 really cool names. And he said, you know what, the RPG, let's call that The Rise of Decadence. I like it. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be on the host, yes, SCM. Operating systems, we're gonna put it on the next 7. Apparently the only one we can do. Teams, it's gonna be design and game 1. So do we have everything? I don't think we should ask this much for a game, so I'm gonna go a lot lower. Whoops, that's not a lot lower. This is a lot lower. Because we need to create a fan base for our games, and I don't think that games should be $130. I mean, then we couldn't really do a lot of different games on this channel if it would be. So let's just take the price down a little bit. So we're gonna use all these things. VR is not yet ready yet. Okay, that's too bad. But we're gonna do this. So the Rise of Decadence will be developed. Bam. So this is one of the development things we have running right now. Let's actually put it up here. And the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a simulation game. So let's go in here and go to game. Please can I click somewhere? Yeah, thank you. Simulation, select everything. Let's choose our high game creator engine. Let's choose our high visuals 3D editor, and let's use our horrible audio tool. Product name. So the simulation game Snackbar Sounds came up with Ambulance Simulator Code Blue, and I think that's a pretty cool name. So Ambulance Simulator, if I can type Code Blue. So there it is. 144. No. 100. Let's keep it at a 100. Let's add it to the same operating system, and let's select the teams. Not Games 1, but Games 2 is going to develop this. Still 6 and 6 for programmers and artists, so that's pretty good because that's the team size we have. So bam, develop. So we have 2 games developing right now, and that should be really cool to see how that works to enter the gaming industry. So let's go full speed ahead right now. Let's also go in here with the deals. Let's filter. I want printing deals if we can. So okay, that actually gave us a lot of stuff to do. Pause. No hosting jobs. Okay, so printing jobs. We might use our printing stock for now a little bit. Let's see if we have a small one. Well, 5.4 million. That's not gonna happen. Sorry. Let's see if we have a small one just to get some more money. 4.8, 2.6. These guys are going to be rejected. These are all pretty high. You know, we could definitely do them like this one. We could do most of them, but not at the same time. This needs to be. You know what? Let's just wait with that. We're also still researching. It's behind my head, but I can pull it up and you can see it. So researching. The video codec, we're still doing the algorithm, but you know, with this keeping our designers busy, this is probably gonna be very slow. But yeah, we have to do that. That's another thing. I might look into adding more designers to our design team. Our design team is up in here, and I have been talking about maybe adding this and moving this server room somewhere else, which is definitely a thing we could do. I mean, what we even could do is have. Once we have another team in here, then we move the temperature regulation upstairs. So we move in another block over here. And we could do a huge, massive server room over here, maybe, to do that. So then we can move these over there. That should open up more space for a designing team. Because I think our designing team is not big enough at this point to deal with all the jobs that they have. Especially with research next to it. So we released the new 2D editor High Visual Studio 5. It's good. Let's see. It cost us 1.3 million. 1.7 consumer reach, but we're probably going to port it somewhere if we can. Let's see. Do we have any copies? Because that's the thing that I changed. So High Visual Studio 5. We don't have anything in storage because I stopped sort of the physical copies. So we're going to order copies. We're not going to print them because we need a lot soon. So we're going to order 500,000. We're going to just see how that goes. We already are very good, so the marketing is widespread. We are well known, I should say. Let's port it. Let's see if we can port it to somewhere. Yeah, we can definitely port it, but not to very active systems. So no, thank you. well, that's it. They're going to market it on their own. They're going to support it on their own. Let's check this out. 183 users, enough users, and 85 users. This is High Sound Waves 2, which is old, I guess. High Sound Waves 3 is already out. High Sound Waves 2, but that was the big, that was the pretty big one, the audio tool. But yeah, when this runs out, we're gonna cancel support for that because we don't really need to support any system that is not any software that is not really being used anymore. So I want to finish this research, please. That would be amazing if we could. We are still making money on high visuals. Where is it? High visuals. Past month, yeah, we're still making money on it. Well, we sold quite a nice thing. We made 7.4 million bucks in the past month for High Visual Studio 5. So that is definitely gonna sell well. We have to keep an eye on the numbers in stock, and otherwise we should start printing them. Our product has been reviewed, so it's looking okay for the price. Okay. So yeah, thinking about the design team here, should we already start with moving all this out and making sure that we can get some better stuff in? You know what? I think we should. Let's get rid of the lamps. And let's pause it for a while. Let's move it. So we're gonna move it out to upstairs over here. I mean, it's not gonna look nice, but it's just a temporary thing. We still have the server now, right? It didn't blow up or anything. Okay, cool. So we go over here. These lamps are going to be deleted because that's not the type of lamps that you want to have. We're going to delete this door. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick sort of... Well, actually what we could do is just do this, right? Merge these rooms. Yeah, that would help. And then... Whoops. And then start building windows and all that other stuff. Have a window over here, have another more nice little door over here. So we have another entrance in there. And then what we could do is probably just select all this and duplicate it and get more designers in. So what we could do is 1, 2, 3. Turn it around. 4, 5, 6. I think that's cool. So we have room for 12 designers now. So what we are gonna do is, it's just a quick fix. We need some more lights though. We need some lights in there. So let's have, let's have one light over here, one light over there, one light over there, and one light over there, because it can't be above the desk, otherwise maintenance can't reach it. So design team a little bit more. We need more designers in our team. So we have now room for 12 designers. So let's go to manage teams. Where's design? Let's go HR management, and design is going to be 12 now. So that is going to mean that we have a little bit more action on the design team. So we can actually do stuff sooner and easier. I'm gonna stop marketing high visuals. It was beneath my head, but we have to stop it because it's making money, but the marketing is not really helping out. I mean, high visuals is already widespread. Didn't really do anything else for it. It's still selling, but not so much that we should say, you know what, we keep marketing it. I mean, it's getting to the point that it's probably not going to sell much more. So marketing is just going to tank out money from it. So by the way, I've been debating to maybe set the printing facility over here because it's a slightly bigger tile. But the thing was, parking lots, parking spaces, but also this, this was enough for now. Let's see, do we have any printing jobs? Not really. We don't have any releases soon, so this should be set in automatically over here. What we could do is, how many? Okay, we sold another bunch of it, 9 million. You know what we could say is, just to show you guys what I want to do, start printing. So if High Visual Studio, we are already start to print 24,000, we're gonna set a max. So if storage drops below 150,000, I want the printing facility to start printing until we have enough for 150,000 for the next day. So that's basically what it does right now. And that's the job. So it will continually sort of monitor if we have enough in stock. And if we don't, it's going to start printing. And that's how that sort of works. Yeah, you can all have a raise. Sure, here you go. Let's see. Our gaming team. Actually, what are the things that we haven't done yet for software? Operating systems we haven't done yet, because that's basically one of the latest things you're gonna do, or you're gonna go heavily in it and invest in it. But that's not what we're gonna do in this series. So, 2D editors, yeah, we've done a lot. 3D editor, we have done it. Audio tool, we have done it. Game engine, games are on the way. So office software, CMSs, and we have antiviruses, but we haven't done antiviruses, but we have our subsidiaries doing antivirus. Oh, we have a lot of new deals. Let's see, hosting, yes, sure, we will do hosting. Printing job, nah, let's leave that alone for now. Let's check out our subsidiaries. So 12 products, you're still making money. Oh, you're actually pretty rich, Jesus. You make a lot of money. This one is just released, so that's why it's still at a loss. This one made a lot of money, 28 million. Well, you're doing great. So what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna take some of your money. Well, actually, we don't need the money. Just leave them be. Let them have the money. Maybe they can make better products because of it. And you actually are doing quite well too. 26 million, 39 million, 20 million. Well, the other ones have sold a little bit less, but to be fair, it's still making lots of millions of bucks. So our subsidiaries are doing great. And our research is almost done. Which means that we can start really designing our games, because the research is now number 5 priority, which is basically I want it to be finished as soon as possible. And if they have any sort of extra time, they will work on the design of these guys. Hosting, yep, we have more hosting. Pretty darn cool. Free money in the bag for us. So I want to patent this because it's 2D editor. That's why I really want it, because the 2D editors are our sort of origin base of the company, and I really want to make sure that we have all the new features for it, and hopefully we get the features so that we don't have to do it ourselves. So we don't have to, you know, that's our patent, so that we don't have to get it from someone else and pay for it. So, new stuff. Realistic hair for the 3D editor. You know what? I'm gonna set this up as research. Design. The 2D teams don't have to help out. Well, actually, if everybody helps out. No, support can do the code for it. It will be fine. So, okay. We're gonna put it up here so you can actually see it. But for now, I'm gonna pause it, because I want this to be finished first, and then I want the design of the games to be finished, and then we're gonna do the actual research. Because the 3D editor, if we miss realistic hair on the 3D editor, it's not a disaster. I want to have this because the 2D editors are making us a lot of money, and since we have a lot of other stuff for the 2D editors, it would be good to invest in it. Can we actually see? It's getting a little bit laggy now. Well, the design team is getting bigger, so that's definitely helpful. Patent. Okay, so improving the design team's quality, but also quantity, like more people working for it, actually helped out quite a bit for that research. So that's pretty good to know. Maybe the manager actually hired some people with good algorithm skill, design skill, which might have definitely helped out a lot. So we're gonna develop these, make sure that we have these developed. And once these are, well, we start developing. Once these are done designing, we're gonna put the research on play. Do we have any more? No more hosting deals. So we can actually start developing these games, because that's basically what I wanted to do this episode. But because of the research, we didn't even have the time to design it. And I don't want to do the same with this, because if we are gonna unlock this research, they're gonna start researching this, and you know, it's 3D design, by the way, which is basically better because our team should be better at 3D design. Yeah, algorithm is not that high. Well, 3D design is also not that high. Audio is apparently really good in our team. Okay, well, why are we making horrible audio tools then? That's something I don't get. So, let's check this out. Yeah, we started printing because it's under 150. As you can see, we are now started printing and we have some in storage. We made 5 million off of it. These guys are not making money, which is weird because this is a great product. This is a great product. Maybe it's overpriced or the marketing is not high enough. That could be, yeah, that's probably it. This one is prominent because it's so horrible. Probably that's why people know about it. You know, people talking in the streets, you know, have you seen that audio tool, that horrible audio tool by Hipbone Industries? Yeah, I've seen it. That's why it's prominent. Now people know. Well, that's not good. They don't like us for audio tools anymore. They do love our 2D editors, by the way. They still do. The game is a little bit laggy. Maybe if we zoom out a little bit more. I know that you guys can't see as much at that point, so it's, you know, it's a bit of a conundrum there. We can develop this, so its quality is great. Develop it, and this quality is great too. Just max it out a little bit, and now we can start researching. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. I'm not gonna market these things. I'm gonna only market them when we are close to release, because otherwise the followers will drop so dramatically because we are not well known in the gaming industry that we probably lose more followers than we could have had if we just dumped in all the press builds right behind each other and write a few what is it called? Press releases and all that type of stuff. So we're gonna wait with that. I'm gonna try if that sort of works. And if it doesn't work well, then it's just our first 2 games, doesn't really matter. And we will improve that later on. It does seem to work a little bit better right now. Less lag. So, employee is stressed, well, that's your problem, to be honest. So, art code, what are the recommended? So, 28 and 30, and for the RPG game, the same thing. Okay, well, that's weird. 68 users, 1229, 43 users. It's decent. We will keep support because most of that is already done. This is going quite well. Code is ramping up. Jeez. Yeah, that's their support teams. We have 2 support teams and they don't really have to support a lot. So, well, they work quickly through their support tickets. Let's just put it that way. So that's pretty good. This is also a good chance for our designers to get some 3D experience. So that's another good thing. It's still laggy right now, and then it sort of jumps into the normal game. It's a bit weird. But this is gonna take a while. The games are gonna take a while. Hopefully we can. Yeah, the code is done on this. So 3D research, 3D design is going to jump ahead. It's pretty nice to see that it is a lot quicker right now. Let's see. Do we have another hosting job? No. We do have some printing jobs, but you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, that's the printing job we set up. Did it sell? We're still at, we are again at 150, so it should be enough to at least hold for 1 month of sales. We're almost at 500 million. Oh wow, that is quite a milestone actually. Our design team is of course not working because it's night. Let's check it out. So yeah, we sold quite a bit, but you know, we can print more. So that, I think the 150,000 is quite reasonable. Made another 5 million here. What is our best selling product? Let's check that. Let's check our best selling product. 43, 69, 70, 90. 90 and 89 are 2 2D editors which came out at in the same month. Those are 2 best selling products. Okay, that's a bit weird. I want to patent this so bad, come on. New deal. More new deals. No hosting though. And we're working with our designers so we don't take any design teams. Marketing deals are not really interesting. Support deals, same thing. I don't really like them. Come on, I want to patent this. Well, that's not gonna be it. Tomorrow we can probably patent this, but this is gonna be the end of the episode, so I hope you guys liked it. We are gonna develop some new games, and of course, don't forget to give me some better names. Well, better names. To give me good names, because these are good, but I mean better than I can come up with. next games we are gonna do are adventure game, or an adventure game, and a sports game. So if you have any cool naming suggestions for those 2 types of genres, then please leave them in the comment section so I can actually add them in when these games are done and we're gonna develop the other games. So that is it for today. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, then please leave a like and or a comment. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to help the channel out and to not miss a single episode. As always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for watching.